Hello, my name is Frank. I'd like to introduce you to our latest temperature monitor and alarm, the CM712. The CM712 operates on the AT&T cell network, so you do not need a phone line. You program the CM712 by sending text messages, and the CM712 responds by sending text messages. The unit itself monitors the temperature and humidity wherever the box is located. There's a sensor inside, and it has two external temperature sensors which you can monitor away. It monitors two doors and a water sensor. The CM712 has internal battery backup, rechargeable battery backup that can last up to 11 hours, and it will continue to monitor an alarm during power outages, and it will alert you to power outages. As you may be able to see on the display, it is scrolling through all sensors. It's saying external temperature is 69 degrees. Internal temperature 70 degrees. Humidity 28%. The door is open because we have no sensors. Door 2 is open, no sensors. And water is not present because luckily there's no water on the floor here. And also the battery is now charging and at 6.6 volts. So it gives you a lot of information. To program the CM712, there are two ways. You can send a email to the SIM card's cell phone number, or you can do it with a cell phone. It's very simple, using simple commands, and the unit will respond. Okay, so now I'm going to program the CM712 for the external temperature sensor using my cell phone. And what I'm doing is I'm giving the sensor a name. I'm going to call it My Office. I'm going to set the upper temperature limit to 67 degrees, which will be out of limits. And the time that it has to be out of limits is 1 minute. So now I'm going to send that. And so that's sending, and then we should see in a couple seconds here. Okay, here comes a text message, and there goes the reply. And I should see the response here. Successfully programmed. Okay. And then now I'm going to find out what phone numbers I have programmed here. So I'm going to reply to that. And what I do is type phones, and it'll give me the list of all 4 phone numbers that it can dial or send text messages to. So I'll send that. It's sent. We'll see the response. Okay, here comes the message. And the unit will respond to whatever cell phone sends the text message. Oops, and right now I don't have any phone numbers programmed, so it's not going to send me an alert to say it's too cold, too hot in my office. So I'll reply to that. So phone number 1. Okay, and that'll respond successfully programmed. Now with each sensor you can give it a name, you give it an upper temperature limit, a lower temperature limit, and a time that it has to be out of limits before it sends a text message. You can send program 4 cell numbers in here for the message to go out to. You can program a reminder time that if it goes out of limits, after a certain amount of time it'll send another text message. It'll tell you when the battery's out, how long it's been out. Okay, so the CM712 sent me a text saying, warning, my office temperature is 70 degrees and has been out of limits for 1 minute. And so now if I set that reminder time to 10 minutes, every 10 minutes I would get a text. Well, CM712 is very easy to set up. You go down to AT&T, tell them you want a prepaid SIM that for $10 you get 1,000 text messages a month, and then you can auto renew that. So if you use a lot, it'll just renew itself. But you got to be careful. You got to check online to make sure that you don't run out of SIMs. Run out of messages, and the SIM just goes right in here. Now CM712 runs on 12-volt DC, so you can use it can be used in trucks. You can run off a 12-volt power supply from the truck. It has here's the internal battery. An external battery jack is here, so if you want to have a larger battery, you can run it off of that.